This, my friends, is the GORUCK GR1 26L Slick Edition in Coyote. One sexy beast, if I do say so myself. This bag arrived yesterday. I haven't had a chance to do a full review or even like use it long enough to even think about doing a full review, but I wanted to get a video out there as soon as possible so you can have a look at what it looks like in this magnificent Coyote Slick. No morale patches, none of this Molly, just beautiful made in America-ness. Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying. In this video, we'll do a quick run through of what's in it. I'll show you a little bit about how I'm gonna pack for a trip this week, and I'm gonna compare it to a couple of other bags. First, really quickly, I'll compare it to my first impressions compared to the GORUCK GR1. This is 21L, but made in Vietnam. Molly and patch in tow. Second, I'll compare it to the Mystery Ranch 3-Day Assault, also made in America, the granddaddy of all backpacks, the one that they all wish they could be. Now, I will say quickly that I had originally planned to take this on my trip, and now I will take this. Look at those beauts. That is some serious loveliness right there. So, without further ado, I can't lift them, they're too heavy, so let's get into it. So I'm going to start with my very first impressions of this bag. It came packed in a plastic bag, which is fine, right from Huckberry. There was a little Huckberry kind of, I don't know, like pamphlet thing that came with it. It looked like a postcard. All nice and dandy. If you get this bag from Huckberry, it does still come with the Scars lifetime warranty. It's a $295 at the time of filming. I bought the 26 version because I have dreams, even though I have 1,000 bags, of having like one bag that could literally do everything in my life, and the 21L is too small for that. I'm a small guy, so this bag is big on my back. I will say that right away. Let's start off with the way it looks. It looks fan-bleeping-tastic. Fan-fucking-tastic, I have to say it. It's just, it looks great in this Coyote. I've been waiting for a Coyote version of the GR1 to come because Coyote, even though my cats are gray, for some reason, Coyote is the one color that the cat hair never shows up on. Like never, 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 literally never. There's no cat hair. I can never see cat hair on anything Coyote, and it's lovely because of that. You'll notice a big difference between the GR1, the old GR1 right away, which is the Molly that goes along the straps, gone from here, JanSport vibes. They don't feel like JanSport straps, I'll tell you that. They feel exactly the same, basically, in both cases. Nothing to really write home about. I find these slightly more comfortable just because they don't have the stitching on the back here, like you will see here, these little divots. Maybe you can't see, these divots. The one thing that does annoy me about this is that this is my bigger GORUCK, and it cannot have a sternum strap. This is a sternum strap actually from Mystery Ranch, and it fits perfectly on here. It kind of sucks that this can't have it, but since this is gonna end up being a grocery hauler, and this is probably gonna be on my wall, I say that jokingly, but probably, maybe it makes sense. Aside from that, the differences between the normal GORUCK GR1, now, of course, keeping in mind these are different sizes. This is Vietnam, but like generally speaking, they're the same thing. You can see there's the morale patch here, no morale patch. There are these Molly attachments here, no Molly attachments here. This bag also has 3 rows of Molly on the side that you can see there. This one has none of that. So definitely classier looking, I think, for everyday use. In terms of use, I will say that this bag, compared to that bag, tends to stand up a lot more perfectly on its own, like so. The other one tends to lean something like this, because the bottom is slightly slanted. Even when it's packed out a lot, this one tends to stand up like perfectly straight. I don't know if it's the way that the GORUCKs are. I tried it with nothing in it, With nothing in it, it slouches a little bit, but with anything in it at all, basically, it stands up perfectly straight. I find that to be amazing in use because I really care about my bag standing up straight. Out of the box, the Vietnam bag, this handle was a lot tighter to here, and I found it a bit hard to get. Now, it's after breaking in a little bit. This one, right out of the, I don't know if you can see that, but right out of the gate, it had a lot of grabby spaces. Front pocket. One of the reasons I got this, one of the reasons I wanted to get this bag was because this front pocket has like no space in the 21. I was hoping that I would use less space in this one, but as you can see, it's still pretty tight. I will say it feels slightly bigger than that of the 21 liter pack. I don't know if it's just bigger. It's probably that I tend to pack a lot more in the 21 liter, so it gets more stuffed. Therefore, this pocket feels more usable in this bag, which makes perfect sense. The zippers, I will say, out of the box felt super stiff. So it was like the same thing, the same moment I had with the Vietnam GR21, where it felt stiff out of the box, but it got better and better. I will say that this is only day 2, and this already feels much better than it did day 1. Whereas I found the Vietnam one took about a week or 2 to start to feel good. This corner and this corner still feel slightly stiffer than they do on this one. And I don't know. These have gotten smooth. And like, you know, those things that people always say about like the Vietnam ones are more stiff or the zippers don't break in. To me, these are smoother than this as of now. Now, of course, this is gonna break in more. And then this will probably be also breaking in more. So again, I feel like that's a bit of placebo. I didn't get this bag and feel like immediately like, oh my God, it's so much better than the Vietnam one in terms of the zippers. These internal zippers, they feel very much the same. I will say that this pocket is much bigger on this one, but that's just more a matter of it being the 26 liter versus the 21. You see the Huckberry logo here, it's quite beautiful. It has a GORUCK, GR1, Huckberry, and then they've moved the built in the USA logo to here. This is something I noticed in some videos, and I just wanted to touch on it. If you're watching a video and you're curious if the bag is made in Vietnam or not, the GORUCK, basically the bags that have lifetime warranty written on this patch, I don't know if you can actually see that. You see how it says lifetime warranty? Those tend to be the ones that are made in Vietnam. The ones that actually say, well, this one says Huckberry, but the ones that actually say like built in the USA here, I think you can guess what that means. Now I have this bag kind of packed out just with a bunch of stuff that I was going to use to make the video, but let's get into it. Now you'll see here that there's tons of space here. So this is my camera cube, which tends to be quite big. This is like my normal daily camera cube in the GORUCK, and the reason I use this in the GORUCK is it's just a little bit easier to get my camera out, I find. And it fits kind of perfectly in the bottom here. And then my tech pouch, which kind of fits in here. So on the inside, again, you probably all know GORUCKs. There's this one pocket here, and then there's this mesh pocket here. This is the first big difference I've noticed between this GORUCK and this GORUCK. This mesh on this GORUCK, and I'm not going to show you because there's no way you can see it, but if you feel the way this mesh feels, and you feel the way this mesh feels, there is 100% a difference in the way they feel. And like, look, I'm the one who like really wanted to say the Vietnam one was exactly the same, but this is 100% not the same. It's just not. This is very thin feeling. This is very thick and strong feeling. In fact, this feels exactly the same or very similar to the mesh that everyone raves on the inside of the Mystery Ranch bag here, and on these pockets on the inside here. And it feels almost exactly the same, like nearly identical. And everybody always talks about the mesh on this being the best mesh there is. So I do get it now. I do get that there are some things about this bag that just feel better quality on the American version. Now, I don't know if that's related to the color. I don't know if it's related to something else, but there's definitely a sizable difference between those two things. I keep harping on it because it's quite literally the only thing I really noticed between them. The rest of it kind of feels exactly the same. This mesh was the one thing that kind of punched me in the face and said, look, I feel different. And it definitely does. Because when I first got this bag, I noticed the mesh felt a bit chintzy, and I thought like, man, that's weird. I always heard the GORUCK mesh is really good. And this mesh is definitely really good. This mesh is definitely slightly chintzy. So there is that. If the mesh matters to you, you probably want to get an American GORUCK. The bag itself, there is just this front pocket, those two pockets here. I'll take this stuff out. I'm kind of rambling because I'm just excited. I ordered a camera cube to put here from Mystery Ranch that I've been dying to get. It's like, it's not really a camera cube, it's like some kind of tool pouch thing, but it looks like it's gonna fit amazingly right here for my camera. But it literally will be here in a couple of hours. The other thing that is very similar about this bag to the other one and all other GORUCKs is this pocket on the back. The laptop pocket feels way bigger on this one than the GR21. That's nothing to do with it being from America, that's just the fact that it's bigger. I have my Razer laptop in here. These days I started teaching again, and during teaching I really need a Windows laptop. I don't like boot camp so much, so I just have this old Razer Stealth. I think it's like 2 or 3 years old. It's about the same size as a MacBook Pro 13 Retina, so for reference you can just imagine it's that size. I want to show you how this will pack out for traveling. So I'm going to keep my laptop in the back because when I go on my trip, my laptop will be there. I do need it. Or my iPad, but same. Let's open it up. The beauty of the GORUCK is this opening. So it looks something like so. Packing cubes. There you go. Packing cube in. Let's go. Sorry, that's a bag nerd joke, but so honestly, this bag, when I go on longer trips, this is like my packing cube and the daily carry on the trips. This is a 12-hour plus, or no, sorry, the 12-hour bag from Recycled Firefighter. It is such a cool bag. I fucking love this bag. One of my top 5 favorite bags ever. Amazing zips, just so smooth, X-Pack. And my packing cubes, the 3 that I tend to use, like for real trips. The other one is a joke because I like the Fallout guy for my other videos, but I usually use these 3 X-Pack packing cubes. So they fit perfectly in here. So when I want to do that type of trip, what I do is I have these 3 X-Pack packing cubes. I stick them in here. I put my dop kit in the front here, and then this becomes like, when I get to the hotel, poop, and it's like throw the packing cubes out, and this is my day bag. These straps are a bit thick for like a packable day bag, but for the GORUCK trip, because this bag is definitely capable of being a daily carry, I don't need this Recycled Firefighter, although it pains me because I love this bag. Review on it coming up soon. Let's take a look inside. Basically what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna put 1 packing cube in the bottom, 1 something like so. So packing a GORUCK is a little bit like playing Tetris. You just kind of gotta get a vibe for where you're gonna go. Now you can see there is still lots of space here. So I will put my tech pouch, and it does fit this way along the edge. And something like so. Now, camera, you're thinking about camera. Either I will carry my camera on me, or I will ditch one of these pouches and stick in my camera cube, which is coming today, in here. But just pretend this is the camera cube. Actually, the dimensions are almost exactly the same, so you can imagine that it's like so. Pack it up like this. Now, I know some of you like water bottles. I don't tend to carry a water bottle very often, but if I did, you could put it here and it still closes perfectly fine. Something like that. And zippers are getting smoother already. And I will go like this. Now I'm gonna put in some really short B-roll of me carrying the bag. I'm a small guy, remember, 5'6", so take that for what it's worth. Now, the original plan for this trip was to take this guy. This is, okay, I'm gonna start out by saying that this bag feels really nice. Like, I mean like really nice. The materials feel great, the build quality feels great. I still think that this feels more purpose-built. Like, okay, zombies are coming tomorrow and you need to take any bag, literally any bag. I would definitely still take this one, and there are lots of reasons for that, like the ultra comfortable strap system, the fact it has a built-in hip belt, it has these compression straps, it has the molly everywhere, it has water bottle pockets on the side. Anyway, we'll get into it, but let's pack it out so you can see. I also have a review about this bag coming out soon, and like I said, it's the Mystery Ranch 3-Day Assault. This is a 30 liter bag, or 29.5, this is 26. This feels like a 35 liter bag in use, but it kind of looks like a 30 liter bag, which I find quite cool. Like if you look at them close to each other, literally they're almost the same size, which shocked me when I got this, because I thought this was gonna feel smaller than this, and it just really doesn't. So let's pack it out and see how it goes. So I'm gonna fast forward this part in the video. Okay, everything is here now, ready to be packed out. I didn't show in the last part, I had my keys and my wallet in here, and I had my AirPods and a mask in here, but you can imagine, I'm gonna stick it in here now. So, one thing that these bags do differently, the Mystery Ranch laptop compartment is here in the back of the inside of the bag, and it is huge. Like, it just swallows my laptop. Like, it's just gone. I don't even know where it is. It's raised up off the bottom. It's not like bomb-proof like this one is, I guess you could say, but it's raised up off the bottom. There's tons of padding. I would not feel worried about my laptop at all in here. There's a tablet space here, so I could literally take my iPad in here if I wanted to. I mean, on this one, you could put your iPad in the rucker sleeve or whatever it's called. Let's pack this one out the same way. So what I'm gonna do with this one is I will put the big stuff in the bottom. But you can see that just like disappears down there. It's just like gone from existence. And then this packing cube, so this bag actually has these kind of water pocket things here, and I could stick it down in there, but I tend to just like to go like this, and then like this. Maybe this way makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. And you see that? See how easy that was? That zipper is butter. It's just absolute butter. Oof. Gives me the bees. Compression straps. They compress the bag down quite nicely. So now it's quite thin. I mean, you can let them out if you want to put more stuff in. You can probably see here on the top, there is tons of more space that I could put anything I wanted in here. Now, tech pouch, just stick it on the top because I tend to grab this. I put my passport and stuff in this pouch. You're probably going to be asking about the wallet and stuff. So the Mystery Ranch does quick access much better. Sorry, GORUCK. There are these two quick access pockets on the top here. Ironically, I seem to have this stuck in there for some reason, but it's like huge. Like this has almost more volume than that GORUCK pocket has in this top here. So I then put my wallet in the top one, my mask with it, and then probably my keys, because I'm not gonna need those things like super frequently. Well, I'll probably need the wallet. Close that up. Then there's another quick access up here, another one. Put my AirPods are inside this like Tom Bin Q case, I think it's called, and thanks Tom Bin for sending it to me. I appreciate it. Looks like this. Quite pretty, right? I mean, you can see like it's quite sleek and slim with the same amount of stuff in it, ready to travel. Water bottle in this case, as much as it pains me, I would probably do this. I think it looks ugly, so unbelievably ugly, but I would probably do that. If I were gonna carry a water bottle, I don't think I will. That is the Mystery Ranch 3-Day Assault. Now, I say now like way too often. Let's do a quick comparison and then I'm out of here. My wife is yelling at me, it's time for me to go. If you look at this bag, Basically, you compare them side by side. I think that the build quality is very similar. This is 500D Cordura, this is 1000D Cordura. The 500D here feels every bit as solid as the 1000D here. It's slightly thinner, of course, but this is Teflon treated, and it's like the cat hairs don't even stick to this guy. Like, they stick to this, you just can't see them. They don't even stick to this, which is like because the material is Teflon coated. Now, you can actually see it if you look on the inside here. It's like shiny, whereas this one is not, and that is because of that Teflon coating. And I will say the zippers here, they just feel a bit more beefy than they do here, even though they're basically the same zippers, I believe, the same size. They are weather sealed here, where they're not here. There's a flap kind of thing. Basically, I think, like, if you feel like you can get away with the look of this bag for what you do, great. I think for camping, hiking, I mean, not hiking maybe, but like, you know, normal travel stuff, this bag will work great. It's an amazing bag. The build quality, it's almost one of those things like bag nerds should just hold one. And I heard that this build quality is worse than it used to be, so I don't even know what the old ones would have been like. They must have been crazy. In comparison, in actual use, these straps compared to these straps, it's like a different world. I'm a really small guy, so this is the small. This bag is like fully adjustable, comes in different sizes, has like these hip straps that fold out, has a really nice sternum strap. I mean, it's just a beast of a bag, this bag. This bag has, well, it has straps. They are thick and comfortable, but it's not the same. These things are not the same. The one thing I will say is that the GORUCK definitely works better for daily life. You could use this a lot more when you get there and be perfectly fine. I don't think I'd carry this as an EDC. I'm way too small and it's way too military, but it's a bag I'm really happy I own nonetheless. 385 bucks, 295 bucks. I think that if this appeals to you right away in some way, just get it if you can afford it. It's an amazing piece of kit. If this appeals to you, this will appeal to more people. It's more crowd pleasing than this, I think. And you will not be disappointed. I love both of them, and I probably will use this more, and I will look at and appreciate this more. So there it is. I'm a bag nerd, so I have the luxury of being able to do that. Not everybody does. That's about the end of the video. Oh, last thing I wanted to say is that the one thing the GORUCK kills the Mystery Ranch in is this grab handle is way, 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 way better than this one, which is just a piece of nylon looped, and this is just GORUCK makes the best grab handles. So that's the end of the video. Subscribe. I felt like I should say that. Somebody told me I should say that. If you have any recommendations, anything you want to see this compared to, I can do an in-depth comparison with, say, the Tombin Synapse 25, the Recycled Firefighter 24-hour plus, this type of stuff. Anything you want to see, let me know in the comments below. And time for me to go to the mother-in-law's. Peace, kids. Bye-bye.